My name is Jim Tomlin. This is my wife, Christa, and we live in San Antonio, Texas. I'd been working offshore, and I came home, and it was in the evening, and I walked into my bathroom, my half bath right off the kitchen, and while I was in the bathroom, I had this terrible, terrible pain, and it wasn't my heart, and it wasn't my stomach. It's right here in the middle, right here, and it was like the worst pain I'd ever had in my life. I heard somebody screaming at me, screaming, "Get out, get out, get out," and struggled out, and I fell dead on the kitchen floor.
When I walked past the kitchen, there he was, lying face down on the kitchen floor. And I looked at him, and I said, "Jim?" Nothing. So to preface this, the 2 weeks before that are really important on my end. We had one laptop, and he always took the laptop because that's how we communicated while he was on the rig. But he could not take it this time. And I turned on the BVOV channel, which is now the Victory Network channel. And boy, I'll tell you, I lived off of that channel. I listened to Miss Gloria Copeland and Miss Billy Brim. And they were on, I think they were on for the whole 2 weeks. And I would listen and quilt and rewind and listen and rewind and listen and rewind. And I literally just absorbed that word for 2 weeks. This was not unusual behavior for me. Every morning I got up, I would go and listen to Kenneth Copeland.
I tell people about it that she was prayed up. I told Kenneth that. I said she was prayed up. She was ready for it.
And I just said, "In the name of Jesus, be made whole." And those are the words I got. And I said it twice. "In the name of Jesus, be made whole." And he says that he was being pulled down into darkness, just drugged down. Couldn't see anything, couldn't see his hand or anything. But he heard Jesus behind him, and he heard it twice. And when he turned, he looked. He tells me that Jesus Christ himself came and reached down and pulled him out of death's grip and pulled him back into his body. And he took this huge breath into his body. It had been, at least 10 or 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
That he had been gone. And we got him to bed, and the next day, he was sitting in his chair. We hadn't even talked much. And when I walked over to him, an aroma was about him, all around him, this sweet, sweet smelling aroma. And I asked him, "What is that? What is that smell?" And he looked at me. His first words he uttered since that happened, he said, "I had an encounter with Jesus." He said, "I saw Jesus. He came down and pulled me out of that and pulled me back into my body." And his head was just doing this. And I said, "Oh my goodness." And that, he had broken his hand and his cheek. That aroma stayed on him for about a week. I mean, we washed him, we did everything. It wasn't going anywhere. It lingered. And not only did it raise him from the dead, but it also went into his hand and his cheek over that week and completely healed 3 broken bones. The doctor told us they were healing themselves. And he came out of it 100% whole. I'm not sure I could have done that without KCM. I also knew, that they were always there, and I knew that they were praying for us because they pray for their partners every day, and that helped make me strong. I look back now at where we were when that happened. We were in debt, and then we became debt-free. We're 100% debt-free now. And it's almost as if not only did those words, he was raised from the dead, it was a mandate for our life. Our entire life has be made whole. He's brought us to wholeness.